All right, everybody. I wanted to talk just give you a quick thought for a second to tell you to talk about something that most people aren't looking at. What most people don't understand about the economy is, for one, its complexity, and two, since we have come off of the gold standard, since the Federal Reserve has been around, we have been in a series and in cycles of boom and bust. Okay, um, now you can argue that, hey, maybe it's been happening before the Federal Reserve was around. Yes, that's true, and there were bank runs and stuff like that. But what most people truly don't understand is that this is a controlled cycle. Okay, interest rates go up, the economy slows and goes down. Okay, that's how it is. And what I find so interesting is I talk to a lot of people, and I literally always talk to people about the economy. I talk to people about the economy all the time. Okay, and the thing that people aren't picking up on is that these cycles are truly about how people feel about the economy when it comes to the um, to the stock market. But then when it comes to actual housing and stuff like that, it's actual debt ratios, it's actual income to debt ratios, the debt cycle. These things are cyclical. These things happen. They're going to continue to happen unless society as a whole changes something. Okay, so people just think, and I've heard, oh, no, the economy's going to be so great. Trump's in office. The economy is just going to keep soaring. And it's like, okay, really? The stock market in itself is down around 12% since the beginning of 2018. Is it going to continue to soar from there after showing that it's possibly in a bear market? That right there is just faith. That's just faith. The jobs numbers that the government has been handing out, unbelievable. Not to the point of they're so good they're unbelievable. It's that they're so good they're unbelievable, especially for like the other signs of what's going on in our economy today. People truly think that whoever's president is that's really going to make the difference between the economy. It's not. It's truly not. We could win the trade war. I don't think that we actually are going to win the trade war. I think we're going to hurt ourselves more than anything by the end of it. But we could win the trade war and we'd still go into recession because that is how the system works. We have the central bank, right? We have a central bank. We came off of the gold standard. Okay, that system was we went to a 100% backed by gold to about 40% backed by gold to an adjustable backed by gold to the current system that we have right now, which the US dollar is backed by faith. It's backed by nothing but faith. So I want you to think about that. We have been, since the creation, what I believe is 1913, of the Federal Reserve. Remember, it was 1913, and then the Great Depression was 1929 to 1930, like around that time. The Great Depression, the government was there, and they did nothing. They failed to do what they said that they were going to do after making everyone have so much faith that the economy was not going to collapse, because they were there to help, and they did nothing. But what we've done is progressively change from a consistent system that the boom and bust cycle, it was bad, but nowhere near as bad as it is right now. The bubbles in the size of the bubbles have gotten monstrously bigger than they were back in the time when bank runs were like a big deal. And people today just don't understand that these things are going to happen. I believe, I'm trying to remember if it's either going to be January of next year or February. I think it was February of next year is going to be a 10-year bull run, a 10-year bull market that the stock market and housing have been climbing. Okay, the whole economy has been climbing for 10 years. That will be the longest bull market ever in United States history. Ergo, when it comes to probabilities, it's nearer every day to collapse, because that is how this cycle works. Some people can think, oh, well, we got Trump in there, that cycle is different. Just because you have one person in the White House does not change the fact that corporate debt is sickeningly, like just monstrously high. Personal debt from individuals, monstrously high. Student debt, remember, that's completely backed by the United States government. And even if you file bankruptcy, you will never come off of your credit. 3,000 students a day are delinquent on their loans. And that delinquency is up to the actual term for delinquent on those loans are 240 days. 3,000 students a day are becoming delinquent, okay? That's on their credit, okay? It can never come off of their credit. That is over $1 trillion just in that student loan debt, okay? Think about that. Credit card debt, super high. Savings, no one's saving money. The savings rate is so low right now for Americans, it's insane. Everyone's living paycheck to paycheck, living high on the hog, and they're not ready. They're not ready for what is coming. I truly think, once again, I said that I thought that the economy would kind of hit, would fall summer of this year, but timing these things is very, very difficult. I will never try to say that I know exactly when it's going to happen, because if someone is trying to tell you that there's some kind of financial guru like that, they're lying to you, because no one knows. That's just like trying to predict the end of the universe, or the end of the world, because no one knows. But the more that keeps happening, it's showing more and more that this definitely, it's going to happen. I think next year, many banks, and there are other organizations that are now, who 3 to 4 months ago were saying, no recession in sight, nowhere to be seen, that's not going to happen, the economy's too strong, the economy's too big, we're doing just fine, are now showing, I forget which bank it was like one of the banks said 70% chance of recession by 2020. I think it's going to be next year in 2019. A lot of indicators are kind of pointing that, because a lot of things just can't continue to do what they're doing. The bond market is imploding. It's bad. I mean, the charts are looking really, really very bleak for a lot of the for the economy, for the housing market. All of the large cities, like the tech cities, all of those, they're losing, a crazy amount of money. If you've invested in a property and you're trying to get appreciation from it, they're losing a ton of money, because the value of those homes are going down. No one's buying them. So I'm going to leave that with you guys. Once again, thank you very much for watching. Please, if you like this video, to support me, please give a like, give a thumbs up on there. That way other people can know that, there's good information in this. So thanks again. We'll be talking to you guys soon. Bye.